Hi all. So this is a little off the beaten path, or at least my normal videos, but I often get questions about my margarita recipe. And so I thought I'd break it down in video format for you. What you really need are the ingredients you see in front of you. The limes and the orange are going to be the base or the mix, if you will. You don't need, but it is nice to have some lime flavored margarita salt. And I kind of cut it half and half with kosher salt when I salt the rim on the glass. You need a rocks glass that can hold approximately 6 ounces of liquid plus ice. Now, obviously, some people can drink them neat, but I find that having some ice in there really kind of mellows it out. Your chief ingredient, tequila, is important. Good tequila is a must. Now, it really kind of depends on your taste, but the Husongs that you see, I like Husongs a lot. It has a very mild flavor and a very light vanilla flavor. So it is kind of one of my preferreds. You can obviously go as high end as you want. I know some people get horribly offended if you talk about using a high end tequila in a cocktail. But I'll tell you, if you use really low end tequila in a cocktail, you'll really demolish that cocktail. The flavor of bad tequila will be overwhelming. Whereas if you put a good tequila in there, it's going to be a lot better for you. Husongs I like, obviously Patron works really good. Milagro, which you also see in front of you, one of my backups, I like Milagro. Really anything that is not too abrasive and reasonably smooth. You're going to want to use Cointreau and Gran Marnier. I find that kind of a 50-50 mix of both really adds a little bit of orange flavor without being overwhelming or too cough syrupy or medicinal. And I sweeten mine with blue agave. You can use simple syrup, and I'll talk about those ingredients and the substitutions once I start mixing things, but this is what you need to start you on your way. So I'm going to squeeze the limes, about 9 or 10 limes, and about half of an orange is a good base. So it's predominantly lime juice with a little bit of orange juice. So let me squeeze that and we'll get back to you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while my dogs are walking around making clicky clacky noises and my lovely wife is actually going to the trouble of squeezing the limes and the orange, salting the glass. When you salt a rim, you cannot use water. You've got to use something with some sugar in it. My preference obviously is a lime wedge. So I take my rocks glass and I just get a bead of lime juice around it. That is plenty, and then I walk it around on the salt. And I like a lot of salt on my rim, as you can see. Some people don't like that much. If you don't like that much, then obviously you can temper it to your liking. There are some people that don't like any salt on their glass at all with their margarita. Those people would be called heathens, and we don't like to associate with them. But I also, when I'm done, I usually just squeeze that lime into my glass, like so. Here you see my wife doing the lime squeezing operation. That lime squeezer that we got, pretty utilitarian, got it on Amazon. I don't even know how long ago, but it has held up pretty nicely. If I can find it still, I'll probably put a link in the description. But like I said, the juice of about 9 or 10 limes, and then half a lime. And we'll talk about exactly how many margaritas that makes in just a second. All right, so for the next step, we've got our mix made about 10 ounces. That is enough for 5 margaritas. So if you're gonna have a party, you're having guests over, that should give you some idea. It's about 2 ounces of this mix per margarita. This is about how much ice I put in the shaker. I have a double-walled shaker, so it keeps my hands from freezing. So here we go. And of course, one piece of ice does not want to cooperate. You can use any single ounce or double ounce measuring device. Oh, where is it? There. But I've really gravitated toward these. I think you can get them on Amazon. It's got multiple measurements, but obviously there's the ounces on the side. Now, your actual set of ingredients. 2 ounces of lime juice, or in my case, Lime with just a bit of orange. Now, it's 3/4 an ounce of the blue agave, and since this is a little bit sticky, I actually put it in with the first ingredient, and that way it gets multiple opportunities to kind of get rinsed out of the measuring device. So there's the tequila and the agave, I'm sorry, the mix and the agave. Now for the tequila, 2 ounces of tequila. In this case, I'm using the Husong's, which is honestly, I think, my favorite tequila at that price point. If memory serves, that was around 50 bucks a bottle at the ABC. Then a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau and a 1/2 ounce of Gran Marinier. You can very readily overdo it with these, so a little goes a long way. All right, close the lid, shake thoroughly. 35 or 40 shakes usually. I always pour in the liquid first and then ease the ice into it. Be careful because the ice will cause it to splash. That's almost all the ice. So that should give you some idea of the ratios involved. And there you have it, guys. That is a perfect margarita. And when I say perfect, I mean perfect because I've spent a long time, foisted about 1 million of these off on my poor wife to come up with the perfect recipe. And we're pretty happy with it, guys. So try it out. Let us know what you think.
Full recipe in the description.
Yes, full recipe in the description. Also, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.